What's going on, everyone? It's Simran Singh back with another video, and this is the last part of the ultimate guide to get into dental school video series. I hope these videos were helpful. These videos were just me giving my insight through my experiences and information that I have obtained from my fellow classmates, people at other schools, and other admission committee members. Kind of just all compiled together into this video series. So I really hope it was helpful. Because, prior to filling out that application, I want you guys to be in the best position possible in order to maximize your chances of getting into dental school. So yeah, hopefully these videos were helpful. Today is the final topic, and we're gonna talk about personal statement. But yeah, prior to going into the video, guys, if you guys already don't know, my name is Simran Singh. I'm a current dental student at the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry, and I make helpful and resourceful videos, as well as just random stuff that's going on in my life. So if that type of content interests you, please subscribe to the channel, and also if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate your guys' support. But yeah, let's get into the video. So today's topic is going to be on personal statements. Now, there's this misconception that your personal statement has to be centered around you coming out of the womb, wanting to be a dentist. Like you came out and you had a Explorer and mouth mirror in your hand and you were just ready to do procedures. Or there had to be some life-changing experience. Like you got into a car crash, you broke all your teeth and those teeth were fixed, and that made you want to pursue dentistry. And obviously there are stories like that that are completely true, but it doesn't necessarily have to be some groundbreaking, emotional story. When it comes to you writing your personal statement, you just have to be genuine. That's all. You just have to be genuine. The personal statement just has to be well written, and it all has to be organized well as all. So my first advice when it comes to writing your personal statement, prior to you applying, make sure you give yourself at least 3 to 6 months to write it. You can go through many drafts with your personal statement, and you can get input from people who are close to you, people who are good writers, and they'll give you honest feedback on not just the writing style, but just like the overall flow of your personal statement. If you feel like you're being transparent enough, if they feel like you're really displaying your personality, because your personal statement is your opportunity to showcase who you are prior to you interviewing there. They're gonna get your transcripts, they're gonna know about your experiences in minor detail, but a huge part of your personal statement is to show your personality and why you want to pursue dentistry and the experiences that you had that made you want to go in this direction. So make sure you don't talk about grades, you don't talk about academics, unless there was something specifically that you went through in college that really relates to the type of person you are. For example, facing adversity, not transitioning well into college, that is stuff that's okay to talk about in your personal statement, but don't really talk about grades specifically. More so bring out your personable characteristics in your personal statement, because that's a huge part of them getting to understand who you are prior to meeting you. Okay, so again, my first advice, make sure you start at least 3 to 6 months in advance, because you're gonna go through multiple drafts, you're gonna get feedback from a lot of people, and then by the time you apply, you'll finally have the draft that's you'll finally look at it and be like, all right, this is not 100% of what I wanted to be, but I'm happy with it. Because you're not gonna be fully satisfied with your personal statement. Nobody ever is, unless you're a genius or just super confident, but yeah. So make sure you give yourself a lot of time and get as much feedback as possible. Most universities have writing centers and specific tutors and different resources that you can utilize to help you make edits to your personal statement, and I highly recommend using those. When I went to Michigan State, we had writing centers, and we could go in and get feedback from them. People come in with personal statements every year, so a lot of them are really experienced and can give you really constructive feedback. But also it's really important to have your peers, people that are close in your class or maybe upperclassmen that you trust reading your personal statement, because they understand who you are, and some of them have an idea of why you want to go into dental school. So they can be honest and be like, hey, I feel like you're not talking about this particular thing enough. Or hey, I feel like you're not bringing out this particular quality about yourself. So make sure you give it to people that are close to you in that aspect, because they know you and they know what you've done. So That's really important for you to do. But yeah, make sure you start early and you're getting feedback from multiple people. I wouldn't do too many people because obviously there's gonna be a lot of different opinions, and I wouldn't continue to change it based off of like one person's opinion. I would just get their feedback and see how you would like to change it based off of what they said. Don't make them change it. Make sure you are making those edits, because you at the end of the day are the one who's gonna turn in this essay, and you need to make sure that your personal statement is the best representation of you, why you wanted to pursue dentistry, and what your best qualities were and are in that entire process. So yeah, make sure you start early and give it to those type of people. I also heavily recommend making sure you give it to people, because obviously not everyone is the most gifted writer in the world. I am a terrible writer. I will openly tell you guys that right now. I was very fortunate to have people in my life that were really willing to make grammatical changes, help me word stuff better. And that made a huge difference for me, let me tell you. I had my narrative and my structure lined up, but just the way it was worded wasn't the best. And so many people gave me advice on how I could word things better. So for people that, if you have friends that are English majors or just friends that are gifted writers, definitely run your personal statement by them. They'll give you constructive feedback, tell you what sounds weird, tell you what doesn't sound right, and maybe they can give you advice on how to change specific sentences or word it, because that helped me a lot. So in terms of just structuring your personal statement, again, it's your opportunity to show whoever's in your application why you want to pursue dentistry. You're obviously going to have specific reasons and key points. Talk about your experiences, what you've gone through, realizations that you may have made along the process that really back up why you want to go into the profession. Just make sure that you're obviously getting your point across as to why you want to pursue it, and make sure you're just transitioning from paragraph to paragraph very nicely and just kind of consistent with whatever claims you make. Overall, just make sure you started early, make sure you're getting continuous feedback, and you're using that feedback to make your edits. And then obviously lastly, in terms of the overall structure, make sure you're getting your point across as to why you want to pursue dentistry. Make sure your personal statement is really showcasing your personality, any type of adversity that you may have gone through in order to get to where you are. And obviously make sure that you are being transparent in every part of your personal statement, and make sure that whatever you're putting in your personal statement, you talk about it in your interviews, because sometimes your interviewers might bring up your personal statement. They'll be like, oh, tell me more about this aspect. So make sure you're putting a lot of important points in your personal statement, because the dental school interviewers may ask you to elaborate on it even more. And yeah, just overall, just make sure it's well written, the structure's well, you're transitioning well from paragraph to paragraph. And yeah, that's basically my advice for personal statement, guys. I hope this video was helpful. This is the final video of the Ultimate Guide to Get into Dental School series. Again, I want to make this process as least stressful as possible for you guys, so you can maximize your chances of being a competitive applicant and then ultimately get into dental school. There's a lot of information that I received to get to the point where I am today. And obviously, with almost being done with my first year, I have so much more to do, but I want to give as much information as possible to you guys, because I genuinely feel like there's not enough. So I hope this was helpful. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a great day.